So, very recently, whilst I was in school, we got the brand new Automobilista 2 update, which includes 4 new Lamborghini cars in the Lamborghini Dream Pack Part 2. And as of uploading this, the free period is still going on, so try these to see if you want them. So first, we're going to try the Murci&eacute RGT, which is the first car in the GT 2005 class. There are a lot more, but we will talk about them in the end of the video. So let's jump into Automobilista 2 and drive it around Imola, because the Italian cars are on the very good Italian track. Okay, so before we get to the track, I want to show off 2 new cool features. First of them is a brand new FFB, which is both in default and default plus. And as far as I understand it, by driving these are my settings. Default is more front axis based, whilst default plus is more rear axis based. So default, you feel the front tires a bit more. Default plus, you feel the rear tires a bit more. I prefer default because you get that oversteer feeling, but it's not as much, and it feels like you can push the car a bit harder using default. The other one is that this setup always defaults to your default setup, or to the factory setup, they call it. So no issues happened with forgetting to unload or these things. So that's roughly about it with the cool features, in my opinion. We will have a look at the end of the video, so hang tight. And all of the Lamborghinis have V12s, just so you know. So far you can hear the engine sounds really nice in this car. It's not the fastest thing, but it's not slow. And the brakes definitely feel cold. But these cars are quite nice because they feel quite smooth and very nice to drive. But they aren't like super easy, and they're not super hard, which is always good. Right, I think they don't have TC. Yeah, they don't. So these cars feel really nice. I remember driving this a bit in the beta, but I don't remember it being this good. Bloody hell. This one's fun. You have the air vents there too. Or slight jump and spin. Just shows how easy it is to lose control of this. And I matched the best lap time, best sector 2. To the millisecond. So this was a fun car to drive. I really like this one. Next one will be, the other race car from this time. A little fun fact which you can see here. Pablo Escobar has done the quickest lap time in around Imola in this car, the Lamborghini Diablo SVR. And it is a manual. So you will be seeing me drive a manual car, which I know you have before. And I figured out you don't fully need to heel and toe in cars in AMS2. You only need to really use the clutch for shifting up, and then use the throttle to shift down. And it should work quite well. Hopefully it works now. This car feels a lot more jumpy, you could say. And what I mean by that is the springs feel... They feel softer. really need to learn these cars. But the shifting, this car does feel quite smooth. But yeah, as I said, the suspension feels a bit jumpier, so it doesn't feel like as good as the GT1 car. And yeah, I did a misshift. Can be a bit weird. I feel like the gears need a bit changing for around this track. But Pablo Escobar doesn't seem to be a very quick driver, because I had a horrible sector 2 and I'm still only 3/10 behind. And I locked the brakes and I went that far. Okay, so this car, and this one isn't a GT1 car, GT2 anything, it is a Super Trofeo, so it's their cup car. So I can understand that it does actually feel like a cup car, because it feels like it feels harder to drive, but still fun. I mean, you saw the smoke which I accidentally produced. Okay, maybe I should have waited with shifting down to second through there, but that's okay. Yeah, as you can see, I can easily feel when the car is starting to rotate a bit too much. Even though this one is mainly rear. No, this one's mainly front axle based. Okay, hopefully I can do a better sector 2. You just have to be smooth with it through. I think that's mineral water. Or as to say its proper name, acqua minerale. Yep. This car is very jumpy. And hopefully I can do a better braking zone through here. Yeah, a lot better, but the brakes on this car definitely don't feel super good. They feel like they're quite unrefined. But I mean, this is a car from the 90s, I believe, or 80s, somewhere around there. So not the most advanced thing ever. But I mean, you can see me, I'm driving this car quite a bit. And I went far. So yeah, this car is very fun. But is the next car I'm going to drive even more fun? Well, let's see. And we are back in another manual. This time it's the Miura, so it's, I believe, the first real sports car ever. And I believe their first real actual sports car. It was a long time ago from when I watched the Lamborghini movie. It was quite a good one, not the best ratings, but still. Okay, so if we brake it around here. Okay, so you can definitely see the car moves a lot, and definitely if you push the brake a bit hard, it loves to rotate. And also the gearbox feels very old, where you have to like take your time. You could see through there, and that's me using the brakes a bit too much. So that's what happens if you brake a bit too hard. is the car just loses it completely. And according to my pedals, it feels like you get this car has a lot of wheel spin. Oof, this guy's fun. I haven't actually driven this in the beta, so this is actually a big revelation. It's actually really fun. And what I find interesting is that the tachometer says, or one of them says 1971, which could be the year this car is from. And I pushed it a bit too hard. And it does not have anti-stall, which is something you might expect. It was just me on the being quick on the clutch. But this car is a quick one. Highway speeds in second gear, that's interesting. This feels like it was tuned for performance. Oh bloody hell, it feels shaky. This one feels quite lovely. Definitely feels like you can push it hard. And yeah, it definitely feels also like you need to be a bit slower on the when shifting up. Like you saw that I just did it a bit slower and a bit more focused, and it actually worked. You need to like fully depress the brake. I mean, press the brake. I don't know what it is, but it seems to have wheel spin in second gear. Could be my settings are a bit off, but that feels a bit funny. Yeah, you can see that from second to third is where most of those issues happen. And also shifting down to first can cause some rotation, and it seems like the wheel, there's a bug I saw. I have to double check. Oh, that was a nice control. You will probably see in my camera view how I saved that. Okay, so it's in general shifting where the issue can happen. Like that, if you go on the throttle too early. 51, 52, boom! And I went too quick but yeah, I did a very good lap time. Now it's time to drive what I would say is the worst of the bunch. Still a good car, not the best one. Okay, so now we're in the Lamborghini Revuelto. So it's not the best of them because it is still a road car. So there are still a few, I would say, issues, but the issues aren't with AMS2. The issues are with it being a road car. The brakes feel really good. It's just the turning capability which doesn't feel the best, which is a combination of its street tires and the lack of actual downforce. I remember I tried in the beta very recently trying to turn it, go full speed through T1 at Le Mans, and yeah, I hit the gravel trap very quickly. And as you could see there, it's very easy to go offline and to just drift wide. You really have to focus in these cars. I mean, I bet a lot of people won't be driving this one, but I would still say it's fun. And I mean, I get this car for free, so I don't mind. And to me, it feels like they have to do a deal. There is a clause in the contract with Lamborghini that says that they have to use they have to add at least a modern road car to every part of the pack. But as you saw, they crashed due to the car not being so good. And you might be thinking, Arvid, are those the only cars which are coming? The answer is yes, for this update. But there is one more car which I want to show off, which has gotten quite a few good changes. So welcome to the BMW GT3 Gen 2. Why I'm showing that off is because it has gotten a big improvement to the traction control. And why? How, you may ask? Well, they've changed some driveline things and also some inertia things. But now, even with TC2, I will be pushing the car a lot. So now I'm full throttle and I have no risk of spinning. It feels a lot like how I really imagined these cars to be. That you have like basically no slip when going on throttle. And that's with TC, because I mean traction control is there to eliminate it. So I mean, I'm surprised they don't feel any slip, because I thought you would feel maybe a little bit, but maybe it happens so quickly, which then leads to it not being felt. And even with TC1, I can't feel a lot. But if I do with TC0, see how it is with TC0, because if it's the traction control, or if it's the tires will be shown when removing traction control. Okay, yeah, you can see there I get quite a lot of wheel spin. So even with TC1 it feels very safe. I don't know how super realistic that is. To me it feels like the car should have maybe at least a little feeling of slip before. But I haven't driven a GT3 car, so I wouldn't really know. But this definitely feels a lot better than before, because now it feels like TC is doing its job. And what I like though is you can still rotate the cars using the brake, and partially through the throttle, like through there, you can sort of rotate it. So it's not fully like LMU or ACC where maybe you can't fully do that. I haven't tried ACC in a long time, and I remember in LMU it was you could do it a bit but not fully. So I still prefer AMS2 in that sense, because it still feels like you can use the pedals a bit. But the TC does feel very powerful. Yes, yeah, I don't fully know. I have to do my research on these things, because... But also, if you look at, like, if you look at onboards, when they slam on the throttle, it doesn't fully look like they're spinning or such, the tires. But at least you feel some movement, which is what I like. So that is basically the thing, and it seems like... so there was some glitch. Okay, so that's something weird. But... was that all I was going to talk about today? Well, as you can see there, if you can still crash the car even with TC. So now let's head off to the forum. But before that, is the DLC worth it? Well, let's go through the cars, shall we? The Murci&eacute, the GT1 car, feels good. But if you want more GT1 cars from that era, I would wait and not buy this. The Diablo feels very good. Feels like a very good car to actually learn manuals in, and also learn a car from that era. The Diablo? No, I not mean the... What's it called now? I've completely forgotten. The Miura. Is that one good? Yes. If you like vintage cars, it's a really fun one. And then Revuelto is fun, but it's a road car, so it's okay. So, I mean, for $10 or €10, would I personally buy this? I mean, if you're very into AMS2, yes. But if you're like a bit tight and say like you only want to spend it if you really know you're going to like it, then I would wait for a sale, because I'm a bit on the fence with it. Because, well, let's head off to the forum and let me show you. Because here we have the, what's it called? The forum. But if we head off to the dev update, you will see that you have a lot more GT cars coming. From what I understand, you have a lot more GT cars. But with this update, there are some other changes which are coming. And those are a HUD overhaul, which you can see here. It looks a lot cleaner and a lot better. They have also improved on the information which you can get. And they're also adding temporal anti-aliasing, which is very cool, because in the demo they show it looks really good. And then also with these cars, they are also adding they're adding Sebring 2005, Road Atlanta 2005, Le Mans 2005, and Spa 2005. And that's not me leaking things. It says it right there. And I will just open up Discord, because there is someone in my server, I believe, who's written a complete list of the cars coming. Okay, so these have been confirmed. You have the Audi R8 LMP, which you can see, I believe, here. You have the Dallara SP1, which was revealed on Overtake, so it might come, might not come. They say it's been officially confirmed. It's not in the dev update, so nobody knows. The Courage C60 Hybrid, which is in here. You have the Lola BO540, which I believe is an LMP2 car, not so sure. You have the Corvette C5R, which is this one. Interesting that they chose the C5 and not the C6, because the C6 is the one which ran at Le Mans. You have the MC12, which is the car to the most to the left in the picture. The Murci&eacute GT, which we already know about. The DBR9, which you can see in the middle. You have the... What's it called now? You have the Dodge Viper GTS-R, which I believe is a GT1 car. And it was shown on Steam, actually. Then you have the BMW M3 GTR, which is shown here. And you have the Porsche 996 GT3 RSR, which I believe are these. So those are some of the cars which are coming. And those have been confirmed. I will say, by looking at the files, there seems to be more cars which are coming. I can neither confirm or deny this. I'm just using what's out there. And what's out there are the files. And they seem to be showing that a lot more cars are coming. So what do you think? Are you hyped for this update? Will you buy the pack? Comment down below. And whilst you're down there, please hit the like button and also subscribe. My next video will be posted finally on a Tuesday. So on time. And what it will be on is we'll have to see. Because it might be... What might it be? I have no real idea. We have to see what happens. But until then, I've been Racing Legend. You've been my amazing viewers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.